30 seconds and counting. 25 seconds and counting. We are still go. 20 seconds. Guidance alert. The guidance system now going internal. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Ignition sequence start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening or very early morning now to viewers in the UK and in the rest of Europe, and good evening to viewers in the Western Hemisphere, and good morning to viewers in the Pacific Rim. Welcome to the Angry Astronaut. Welcome to SpaceX's latest attempt to get Starship into space and to carry out a successful flight. But before we get this going, let's go ahead and check in with everybody, see where everybody is watching from. Robert, the Airborne Bot, thank you so much from Valdosta for your ongoing supporting this channel for so many years. Really, really appreciate you being here today. Thanks very much. Yes, once again, you have people talking about 3i Atlas, not surprising. That has been the biggest topic on this channel recently. The most successful, most popular video ever released on this channel was released just a few days ago about 3i Atlas with more than 500,000 views. But in any event, we're not talking about that today. We're talking about Starship. I might answer a question here or there about 3i Atlas, but SpaceX is going live in just 12 minutes to begin their coverage of this launch. It's coming up very, very soon. Rodney, thank you so much for your support. I'm coming to your neck of the woods very soon, coming to New Zealand and to Australia here, leaving for Sydney on the 11th of September. Really, really looking forward to it. Hello, Edmonton. Hello, Spokane. Hello, Chicago. Really appreciate it. Hello, Adelaide. I'm hoping to come to see you and you folks in Adelaide. I'm going to be doing meetups in all of the major cities that I go to Melbourne, Adelaide, of course, Sydney, Brisbane, wherever I go in Australia. I don't think I'm going to be able to get all the way over to Perth, Durham, London, Eastbourne, Australia. We also have Ireland, Tokyo in our vertical feed as well. So welcome to all of you folks who oftentimes watch shorts, that sort of thing. A lot of younger folks, a lot of newer subscribers over there. Welcome to the Angry Astronaut. Bournemouth and Pennsylvania, Western Pennsylvania. We have Enfield as well in Uzbekistan, Tashkent City, the capital, I believe, of Uzbekistan, is if that's correct. I believe your name is Timur. I didn't see that real quick. I was looking if I remember my Cyrillic pronunciation. I think your name's Timur. In any event, welcome. Thank you very much for being here. We have Doncaster, Bournemouth, Grand Rapids 57. Thanks so much for your support tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Atlanta. Yes, I am coming to New Zealand. I haven't decided exactly where the meetups are going to be, but I'll definitely announce it a couple of weeks ahead of time at the latest. Hello, Baltimore. Thank you very much for joining us. In Cornwall, one of my favorite places, obviously, in the UK. Such a beautiful, beautiful region of Britain. Hello, Canada, Long Island, New York. Thank you very much for joining us today. East Devon and Alberta. Calgary, that is. Fantastic city, Calgary. Really appreciate you joining us today. Hello, South Dakota. Love South Dakota, especially the Black Hills. Again, another one of my favorite places in the world. So thanks very much for joining us. As I'm sure you guys can tell, I've traveled a lot in my life. but I'm going to be traveling even more down to, I guess, to the Pacific region of the world, Australia, New Zealand, and possibly Japan, depending on how things go. So, guys, yeah, let's see what people think. Is it going to fly nominally this time, or is it going to go boom? Here's the problem that we've been experiencing with Starship and the Block 2 version of Starship. Prior to this, we actually had a lot more success with Starship. Starship not only made it to space, but also successfully re-entered and carried out a pretty decent soft landing in the Indian Ocean. And they would catch it on camera with these drone cameras that are floating in the Indian Ocean. And the only way you could do that is if the re-entry trajectory was exactly what it was supposed to be, that they did it absolutely perfectly. So that was Block 1, though. And the problem with Block 1 and the Raptor 1 engines was the fact that it wasn't capable of carrying really much of any payload, did not have the thrust that the power that Elon said it did. And so it really, the payloads were very, very minor. And so the only way to get better performance was with the Raptor 2s with an upgraded version of Starship, which was the Block 2. But unfortunately, the Block 2 has experienced nothing but problems since its introduction. Block 2 has yet to have a flight that's been as successful as the Block 1 flights were. John Morgan, thank you so much for the tenor. Really, really appreciate it, mate. Thank you so much for that. So if Block 2 does fly nominally today, this will be the first time. And to keep in mind also, Block 2 is on its way out. This may be Block 2's swan song. They have one more Block 2 rocket, but it's possible that they're going to use it as a test bed rather than a flight article. It's difficult to tell for sure. Nobody really knows, but it's possible that they may not actually fly that last Block 2. So regardless of what happens with this flight, obviously it'll be good if it goes well, but they're going to be changing it to a new rocket again. Supax, thank you so much for the $10 Canadian, brother. Really, really appreciate your long time support on this channel. Just been an awesome, awesome supporter of this channel for a long time. Really, really appreciate you being here. Yes, let's see. I think it is Timur. Yeah, Timur, let's see. Normatov. Timur Normatov, I think is how that's pronounced. But in any event, really appreciate you joining us today. Unfortunately, even though I can read Cyrillic, I can't translate it. So I'm not sure what you're saying there. So I apologize for that. I only know a few phrases in Russian. For example, "Я понимаю по-русски плохо," which means I speak Russian poorly. Очень плохо, very poorly. So, those little things are about all I've got when it comes to Russian. So sorry about that. We have about another 7 minutes before SpaceX will be going live. Really, really appreciate that. Let's get loaded with popcorn, says Timur. Okay, so that's what you're saying. No, it is not launching in Florida. I'm sorry, go ahead. Repeat that, producer. The rocket is beautiful. Let it fly is the translation that our awesome producer got for us today on what Timur said. Thank you very much. Really, really appreciate you joining us today. Yeah, from an interesting part of the world. I'd like to visit it someday. Okay, so all that being said, Block 2, no matter how well it flies today, we're transitioning to a new rocket anyway, a bigger rocket, a rocket with larger fuel tanks. And in addition to that, you also have the Raptor 3 engines, which have been promising. At least they look promising. SpaceX says that they're fantastic, but we have yet to see them actually pushing anything. And we haven't seen a full sustained test. They tell us that there have been lots of tests, but if you divide the number of tests, Popsu, thanks so much for your support. Where's the Enterprise? Good question. um, So, if you divide the number of tests that SpaceX says that they have carried out with Raptor 3 by the number of seconds that they say that the Raptor 3s have been fired, the average duration of those tests comes between 30 and 45 seconds. I think that the question might be still a little bit open as to whether or not they've actually done a full duration test with Raptor 3. Maybe they have, but once again, we haven't seen any evidence of that, at least not on camera. Of course, it's not SpaceX's obligation to show us anything on camera. This is their business, obviously. Nick's backyard, is that right? Producer from our fantastic vertical format, folks. Thank you so much for the super chat over there. As for those of you who don't know, we simultaneously run this stream with the aid of our incredibly talented producer, another space nut. We simultaneously run these streams in horizontal and vertical format because some folks like the TikTok looking kind of vertical format stuff, the YouTube short format. A lot of younger folks usually. So we're trying to include those folks, encourage them to watch The Angry Astronaut. And it's been very successful. Lots and lots of people have been joining us on the vertical side, and we are super happy to have you there. So yeah, very, very excited to see what's going to be happening here. 3 more minutes officially before SpaceX goes live, and then of course they'll will have a countdown procedure coming up to liftoff. And it's been a while. It's been May since it was the last time that we had an attempted flight. And Flight 9 of Starship went a bit better than the previous Block 2 efforts. At least they managed to get the rocket into space. However, control was lost of the upper stage fairly early in the flight process. The rocket was tumbling fairly soon after it managed to get into space, and it re-entered the atmosphere rather chaotically over the Indian Ocean. Fortunately, that is not a populated region of the world at all. Not even a lot of ships go through that region. It really, I mean, not a lot of pleasure craft, that sort of thing, because of active piracy in that area. Somali pirates and pirates from other regions of East Africa penetrate way out into the Indian Ocean. It can be very dangerous for tourists to travel or luxury travelers in that region. So a lot of the time, you only get commercial freight, that sort of thing, going through the Indian Ocean. So we will see what ends up happening. What do we have going on here? Let's go ahead and see. We have a scrub already. Looks like I'm going to go ahead and check just to be certain, but we may have a scrub already, guys. Very disappointing, but that may be what's going on. Okay. It has not been scrubbed. It has just been. Okay, let's see. Nope. SpaceX has officially announced that they are standing down. They're allowing time to troubleshoot. So we're done, guys. I apologize, but that's the way things go with space. It doesn't happen as often with SpaceX these days. SpaceX Starship launches haven't had a lot of scrubs lately. So that it's disappointing, but at the same time, it could be that they are really trying to make sure that this is going to be a solid flight, that they have the maximum chance for success this time. So unfortunately, we have a scrub, but as you know, that's the way it works with space flight broadcasting and space flight media coverage. So unless this scrub happens at some other bizarre time, I will be back. So make sure to keep your eyes open for any new notifications. And of course, we've got new content coming on The Angry Astronaut very soon. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. And until next time, stay angry about space.